acting like pieces of shit, you know. But I'm not trying to sway nobody's opinion or nothing like that or anything. But yeah, I know I gotta fix that. It's just the tip on the exhaust that's doing not making all that noise. It's an easy fix. I just ain't got to it yet. Um, Gotta clean my glasses first, though. No. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I saw Reg was on last night. He was talking about that and shit. Um, and it's like weird, like normally they don't be putting all these videos out of the person. They don't be you won't see a pic for a while, but all of a sudden, quickly, they got videos of the dude in shackles. They got his picture out there. Normally they don't do this type of stuff, which makes me like think of conspiracy theory things on why they do it like that, because I don't see the point of that, because they don't do that for these pedophiles, these sexual assaulters that's in the military. Don't do it for them. They don't put their picture and shit out there like that. But that is what it is, man. But and then I try to tell folks, man, that Israel's going to do this shit, and they might not. There's a good chance they will, right? There's a good chance that Israel would do the same thing that Germany did. Germany said they wasn't going to take over other countries, and they did. And then they said this is all they're going to take, and then they did. And it seemed like we keep giving Israel inch after inch after inch after inch after inch, and they keep taking the inch, and now we're at a mile. It's like, what is it going to take for them? Like, what is it going to take for people to understand that if somebody was knowingly, to this day, know that they have killed 20,000 like adolescents, right? Somebody that knows that they killed this many amount of adolescents, this many amount of children, women, and vulnerable people that vulnerable, like, people that have nothing to do with Hamas, and they willing to kill all them people. They willing to let maybe October the 6th or whatever it is, October the 7th happen. Because if you already ain't got no fucking humanity in you, and you have shown the whole world that you have no humanity in you, how far are you willing to go? And I think that they will take over Palestine. They don't want it to be called Palestine. They don't want it to be called a state. They don't want this. They don't want that, because they want to take over. And then they want to come up with the weird ass argument and say, well, how come Egypt won't take them? How come this country won't take them? And I tell people from the get-go, if them countries was to take them, take it over. Why are you worried about who's taking the refugees when you're the one who created it? You created it all. You could blame October the 7th or 6th, whatever day it is, but how do we get here? You know, how did we get here? So Hamas just did this because no reason, right? They just did what they did for no reason. And they just say what they say for no reason. Right? So that's why I tell these cats, man, these motherfuckers ain't got no fucking lick of humanity up in them. If you willing to sit out over here and press these motherfucking buttons to drop bombs, missiles, and small arms and shit like that on kids, women, the elderly, the people who can't defend themselves, the people people ain't got nothing to do with it. You ain't got no humanity. So what else would you fucking do? This is all my 3 cents. Like, this is all my opinion. I'm asking questions. And I'm pretty sure if people was in here, they wouldn't answer the motherfucking question anyways. Because everybody is scared to say anything. Because every single fucking day they move the goalposts on what anti-Semitism is. When they crying about school campuses. They crying about fucking school campuses. I wonder why people are picketing, marching, chanting, demonstrating on school campuses. They doing it because of what Israel's done to Palestine. How many innocent people have died? Hello. Right? He took way too long to take off under that bridge. That's why you see nothing but mud he picked up. You know what I'm saying? He still ain't on plane. None of my business. You know what I'm saying? That people don't want to talk about that. Nope. No sirree. No sirree. And you can't have a civilized discussion about this shit either. Because people are bigots. They intolerant. They're just fucking bigots. You can't even have a simple talk about anything anymore because people, they feel if you don't think and act a certain way, you know, they want to label your ass. Man, I tell y'all, bro. That's what they trying to do. They trying to take over that whole fucking area, bro. And people in the government, the civilians, and check this out. When the civilians in Israel stop the food trucks, you see all the videos out there of them doing it, and you see the police and the army right there next to them and don't do a damn thing. They just watch. They just watch. They don't do nothing. They just sit back and watch. That's why I laugh at a lot of these people. They have no humanity. There's people out in America that's starving. There's kids starving. Public schools need to be fucking upgraded. Our health system need to be upgraded. But we so quick to send money to countries that's able to help themselves. Like, I can see about Ukraine. That's totally different. But Israel is Hamas is done. They defeated. What, you got a few of the members motherfucking left? They don't have proper communication. They don't have proper food train. They don't have proper replenishment chain. So they're done. It's a wrap. That shit is done, dog. It's over. They defeated. So what are you doing? So what are you doing? Right? Hamas is defeated. You still up over there. You're still killing people. Every week we hear about civilians dying. So what are you still doing over there? You see what I'm saying? You ain't found no hostages in how long? You ain't found no hostages in how long? So what are you doing over there? You know? That's why I say these motherfuckers these days, people these days all around the world, a lot of people lack fucking humanity. They lack it. They don't give a fuck. People are laughing about the shit. People are happy about the shit. You know, and at the end of the day, I told y'all from day one, the people who will suffer the most will be the children, the women, and the vulnerable people that have nothing to do with this shit. Them will be the people that suffer the most. And nobody wants to give no history course. Nobody wants to talk about how did we get here. They just want to blame Hamas and destroy the whole land and take over. You know, they taking houses right now in Palestine. Them settlers, they taking house by house, land by land, and don't nobody stop them. And then when American citizens who happen to be Palestinian die over there by the hands of settlers or IDF, there's no investigation. There's nothing, right? But when an Israeli American citizen dies over there or is kidnapped, is we gonna do everything we need to do to get them up out of there. We're going to investigate. They send envoys and everything up over there, and they get down to the bottom of it and all that shit. But when it comes to Palestinian U.S. citizens, no, because one just died. They set his house on fire. He died of smoking, whatever it's called. Couldn't breathe. Ain't no investigation. And there won't be an investigation. Not by us. This dude's taking over a car on a bridge that you can't see over. That's the reason why niggas don't, excuse my language, this is the reason why motherfuckers don't live long. How you take over a car on the highway where everybody's going 65, knowing now well you can't see who's coming down that bridge, who's about to come over the bridge, because you going up an uphill. This is why motherfuckers don't live long, man. And it ain't even fucking worth it. Motherfuckers don't give two shits about nothing but them goddamn selves. And I just saw it live live in the motherfucking color again. Motherfuckers don't give two shits. We supposed to be the world police, and we ain't policing the goddamn thing. If this was like, and we just did it to somebody. We did it to Gaddafi. We did it to the what's that one Arabic dude? I forget his name. They killed him. We did it to Saddam Hussein. And the list keeps going on. And it's like, yo, and it's like all of a sudden, this guy is doing the same thing, but worse. And everybody's just like, you know, letting them slide on it. I don't get it. People can be mad at me or whatever. Look, anybody that calls me anti-Semitism or they call me Hamas, anybody that calls me that shit, you're a fucking bigot. You're a fucking bigot. These college students ain't got nothing. They ain't got. They cried about nothing. What they want is total fucking control of the whole fucking narrative, so there won't be no voice. So there won't be no fucking voice on the other side on the shit that they fucking do. You know? Just the other day, what was the dude get caught for? He was caught for plotting to kill a whole bunch of black people. And that's the second one in damn near a year. Dude tried to do it, recruit people to do that shit last year. Then you remember you had to run up in the motherfucking grocery store looking for black people, blasting them. And then you still have these police officers out here judging a book by its cover because it happens to be fucking black, terrorizing us. Then you still have the KKK walking around this motherfucker recruiting the Proud Boys, the white nationals, and the list goes on. And motherfuckers want to talk to me about some anti-Semitism shit? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Motherfuckers still want to hunt us. Motherfuckers still want to hunt us. Remember that white couple this year? They got caught. They got caught with them little black kids living in the shack, living like slaves on their property. They adopted two black kids, and they had them on their property, having them there living like slaves. Remember that whole family then we had that family out there that adopted them black kids just so they could rape them. This is just the other day. Motherfucker want to talk to me about some goddamn anti-Semitism, man. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here with that shit. Motherfuckers could come over here, get dual citizenships, get free health care and shit. My people can't do that. My people in Jamaica, my people in Haiti, my people up over there with them islands by Barbados and all that can't do that shit. My people from Ghana over there in South America can't do that shit. They can't come over here and become a citizen like that, and a fast track way of getting citizenship, dual citizenship. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And we got all the resources. All these other countries ain't got shit. They literally ain't got fucking shit. All them other countries that people was able to come up over here and get dual citizenship like that, they countries ain't got fucking shit. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part about all this shit, man. And motherfuckers think that shit is funny. They think this shit is a game. Motherfuckers treat it like it's a game, but this is real fucking life. But this I don't know if it passed through or whatever. Maybe they might talk about something. The next presidential race, y'all know a lot of people gonna go to jail. A lot of people will go to jail if they're not pardoned. A lot of people fucking will. You know, the next president, if there is going to have to deal with. Feel sorry for him because it's gonna be he's probably gonna be the president with the worst fucking that received the worst fucking shit. Dude. He's gonna be the whirlwind. That motherfucker, he ain't gonna be able to think. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff that this dude has done. He cried about an auto pen. He want to bring the Mrs. and Mr. Clinton up in there and everybody else and all these Democrats, but don't want to bring no Republicans in there. Every time he tells somebody to do something, they go and do it. He asked for 5 seats out of Texas. I'm getting. And people think that shit is a motherfucking joke. You mean to tell me you got towns, you got areas within Texas that's not going to get representation taken from them because it's going to be given to the people who voted for Trump the most. That's what's happening. So all the big areas where Trump won, they're gonna take from the areas that didn't vote for Trump and give it to him. Now I don't know what's going on with that, but it doesn't seem right. It seems like they're gearing up for him to run for a third term, or for life. This is just my 3 cents, because if he went better, right? And every day somebody else is getting fired for not telling him what he wants, not telling the American people what he wants to be projected. You know what I'm saying? And people are not saying this shit. They're okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Which to me is crazy. They're not saying this shit. You know? They don't see it like you got somebody that's saying that at the end of the day, the food prices ain't went down. Food prices ain't went down, bro. Gas prices still high. The basic necessities that people need to survive keep going up. Pretty much. I'm talking about the basics, like food, water, and motherfucking gasoline to travel. The basic necessities keep going up. And nobody gives a damn about that. They're not trying to fix that shit. They're trying to lower interest rates for fucking companies, so companies can take bigger fucking loans. Fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. That's for real. The Feds need to lower the interest rates so corporations can take more and bigger loans. Fuck out of here, dog. Fuck out of here with that. You lower the interest rates, it's gonna make it harder. I don't know why this lady opening her door like the shit's gonna go somewhere. It's gonna make it harder for the average citizen to buy any to own anything. It's gonna make it harder. Man, you don't get your old ass back in your car. This shit ain't going nowhere, woman. She got that 370Z. She thinks she a little speed demon. Yeah. Ridiculous. Straight up ridiculous. And it's not gonna go well. It is not gonna go well, bro. This whole redistricting of Texas, if that shit does go down, and then California is talking about redistricting itself. But what people need to realize is that, I mean, I wish the Democrats had better candidates, and because they don't. You know, but they do need to start talking about why you should vote certain people out. You know what I'm saying? Because even though they're going to redistrict, doesn't mean that these motherfuckers going to be in office forever. Doesn't mean they can't be voted out. And people need to look at, even people that's Republicans. They need to look at this like they need to get these people up out of there. All the people that's voting for this shit, you know, all the people that's voting to redistrict this shit, they need to get them the fuck out of there. Because they don't want fucking the Constitution to be upheld. They don't want the laws to be upheld. They only want the laws in the Constitution to be upheld when it's convenient for them. That's it. They only want it upheld when it's convenient for them. They don't want to abide by. I mean, because think about the projection. We're the party of law and order. We're make America great again. Think about projection. Drain the swamp. All this projecting shit, right? It's not even talking about. They just projecting it. Are we moving? I think so. They're just projecting this shit. They don't really, or they talking about themselves. You know how you the party of law and order, and you get mad at biting my pardoning people, and you pardon people. Like, you pardon people. You pardon actual, like, people that was caught on video beating police officers. But law and order, huh? Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's law and order, all right. Doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. Nah, that's not fucking law and order. It's stupid. Stupid as fuck. Uh-huh. Stupid as fuck. I think it's that side that's doing it. Anyways, y'all, that's all I got. Thanks for the 2 people that showed up. Peace.